Do the talking. So as we predicted, Rex gets hosed. He said, Roxy, why are you still out here? Rex pays for hoes.
Rex is a pimp.
Script together, and we're going to do the first 10 pages. And what's going to happen here in the future is the idea is to take the first 10 pages of a script, any script, break it down, shoot it, and put it out for you guys to see and test the temperature. And then we'll finish the script, or we won't finish the script. The script's already going to be done. We will finish the project based on your retention, your reaction to what we got going on. Cool? Cool. All right. So the first project we're going to do is a detective project that is it is written by my older brother. So the format is not correct. So we're going to be going down, looking at this and letting you guys really see what it looks like and how we break down a script in the film world. Correction, the indie film world. Because in Hollywood, they do shit different. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead on and dive on over to it so you guys can see what we're working with. Wrong one.
I know how you do it in Hollywood.
You said you know how you do it in Hollywood?
Yeah, I was there when they did it. So what happens is like you get the director, right? He writes the whole thing, and the writer, they write it, and then what happens is the investor's wife is gonna be like, hey, wouldn't it be a great idea if we had this in the movie? And then the investor goes over to the director like, hey, my wife wants this thing in the movie. And the director's like, what are you talking about? It's like, well, I put this amount of money in the movie, so my wife wants this thing in there, so let's just go ahead and scrap that.
Yep.
And put this movie in. And boom, Kevin Scorsese.
Yep.
Whatever his name is.
That's Hollywood. What up, Rod? Welcome to the stream, bro. Glad you came on over, bro, because you know what time it is with this film shit. It's 8 o'clock at night. Yes, I'm drinking orange juice, but I'm about to make it into a screwdriver. Okay, so I can't find the bottle to make it a screwdriver. Hold on. No. We going with the peach vodka. Bro, that's why I don't clean my freaking house, because I can never find shit. Because it's in the place it's supposed to be instead of where I left it. So I can't ever find shit. So y'all not gonna see that on stream because I'm not getting fucking banned off Twitch because y'all want to see me pour a bottle of fucking liquor. Like, come on, bro. Okay. So let's dive into this shit, bro. For those of y'all that don't know, that is Sid Vicious himself over there. He is my primary director of photography and my primary photographer for everything that I fucking do. So, do you have any photography questions? Any of those, what is the fucking program? Photoshop questions? Direct them shits over there. Okay. All that. So let's look at this script, right? So off rip, we see that he gives us the characters. And just the characters themselves. Doesn't give us any descriptions. Whenever you're doing a script, I need a fucking description. All right? I need a description of what the fuck these people are supposed to look like. Especially, granted, in today's society, I guess you can just really just drop anybody in there. Amy can be a fucking guy for all we know, okay? But as far as we know, we're going to keep the names gender fucking ironic, I guess, is as the way they're supposed to be, I suppose. But yeah. All right. So we're going to scroll down. I got to move the mouse to the right spot. So as this here, you say what? I guess it'll make sense, bro. Yeah, Rod, you're not going to get me into that conversation on stream. That is a YouTube video waiting to drop. But okay. So off rip, we see scene set, morning in the kitchen, eggs frying in a pan, a young woman. Then the young man walks up behind her, kisses her on the cheek, and the young man grabs up a cup of coffee. This is all director's notes. These are all fucking director's notes except for the kitchen. So from the kitchen, we have our very first location breakdown. So we know it's interior, represented by INT, interior, kitchen. And we know it's day, or we know it's morning. Right? Based on the words that are in there. That's all you need right there. Now, the thing about the frying egg shit, all of that's a whole different line. That's a whole different line. Damn it. Yeah, that's a whole different line. Okay? It's not going to let me edit right now because I fucked up and didn't want to pay for the software, so whatever. That's just facts. Walks up to the young man, grabs a cup of coffee. Now, if I'm looking at it as a cinematographer, I'm looking at different things here. But right now, we're just looking at it strictly as the director to break down the script to know what the fuck we got going on. So if you guys want more of that, you got to let me know down in the YouTube comments, or you got to type that shit over there in the fucking chat. Okay. So we see the first dialogue is Detective Lowe, which we probably should just call him Lowe. Good morning, baby. They're having a general conversation. Nothing's really happening. They hear a cry of a baby coming from the background, meaning there's a kid in this room. So our casting that he has up here is actually incorrect because we are also missing we need a child actor. Because odds are you're going to want to set that scene up the way you properly want to set that scene up. So we're going to need a child actor to go along with that part. YW represents the young woman, which he decided to change. That is Amy. The YW represents Amy, which we figured out in that there. Okay. Detective Lowe. I don't know why the fuck that's in bold. Looks at his watch and surprisingly realizes what time is getting away from him. Again, these are director's notes. This is not allowing director to have the creative freedom. It's literally telling me what I'm supposed to do and what you want on the scene. That's cool and all, but that's what you write in a book. Yeah, we got the scene. Scene ends. Detective Lowe heads to his car and drives off. Now the director's note. That's cool. I guess it's okay to have there. It's just not necessary. So now we have our second scene, which he says scene. Apartment, home, in bedroom, phone ringing in background. Detective Rex wakes up, looks around to see two women laying next to him in bed, reaches over and grabs a phone. So, right? So, this scene is telling us literally off rip. We're interior. We're in an apartment. And we're in an apartment of Detective Rex. So we're just going to put Rex. We're not going to put Detective Rex because we know who the fuck Rex is. And we also know in this scene he has two women laying next to him. Which again means we go back up to the top of the casting and see these bitches are not mentioned. Don't know who the fuck Roxy is. But these bitches are not mentioned. But they are extras that need to be mentioned in the script. Because we have to describe these hoes. See what I'm saying? We have to describe these hoes so we know what the fuck we're casting for. Do we just put two butch-looking bitches or do we put two beautiful-looking bitches in the bed with them? It makes a difference. It's a character trait and it helps develop who Rex is going to be. It needs to be in there. Reach over, grabs the phone, blah, 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 hangs with the phone, taps the two women on the ass. He doesn't want to say that. Taps them two men on the ass. I'm get the fuck out. Basically what happens. And another character trait that's there is a cigarette. Like he smokes cigs. It's a character trait. That's important to know. So when we have Rex, we need to write that he smokes. Because it's a character trait. It's important. Scene ends. No fade to black. No end scene. Scene ends. ... That's so dramatic. Don't do that. Then it says, oh, my bad, y'all. Okay, let me minimize. Let me drop my camera down a little bit so we can scroll this up a bit. All right. Scene opens as Director Rex walks into the station over to the captain's office. So, again, new scene, which is now interior, police station, day/morning. Right? That's what it is. But also, The action tells us he's walking over to the captain's office. That there is another location in which you have to have written out because it's a different location in which you have to dress. You know, you have to have it ready for the days when everybody's going to be there to shoot and the days of recording. You got to have the books on place. You got to make sure the files and shit is there for the captain's office in particular. Because you just put it in the PD anywhere, it's just going to be anywhere and shit's going to be missing all over the place. So it's another location. So interior, captain's office, morning. And I keep saying morning because this shit's important. Damn it. All right. So we have their interaction. Again. So another thing that's missing is the description of the captain. How old is the captain? Is this captain male, captain female? I know, you know, the world wants to fucking run away from it, but it's important. It's like, you know, is the captain male? Is the captain female? Is the captain aggressive? Is the captain grimacing? Is he old? Is it the captain from fucking Bad Boys? Or are we getting Ice Cube? I need to know what I got going on so I know how to direct them properly. Appreciate that love, right? Captain looks up from the reading file he closed, and he says, "Damn, rough night." So we know this captain has a certain rapport with this character. We don't need this shit. Doesn't matter as far as breaking down the script, but as far as breaking it down and understanding what it's saying, we got to read it. Damn rough night. Saw a typical night protecting, serving. You know, meaning he. Okay, we're gonna keep it going. Hey, come in here, Detective Lowe. This is Detective Lowe. He just came up from the South Precinct. So now this is me just creating my own shit because I don't know who the fuck the character is. So everybody is me. Imagine everybody being me. This is going to be very awkward. But this is what happens when you don't break down who the character is. It can be anybody. So every character is me. I'm his wife. I'm my own wife and shit. I'm me. Okay? So when you're writing the script, make sure you give me all the details or I'm going to be doing this shit to you, okay? All right. Damn rough night. He says, "Hey, come in here." The action Detective Lowe comes into the office. You see how this doesn't fucking walk you through him walking into the office? That's good. If he says, "Hey, come in here," we're assuming that he's gonna walk into the office. Not gonna be fucking standing there in the corner shamelessly like goddamn Slender Man, like just waiting for you to fucking say something to him. Come on, man. All right. Lowe reaches his hand out, and Detective Rex, he stood there looking puzzled. Character trait. Before the captain could finish, nope, Captain not doing it. Another character trait. So I would have known he was going to do this if I knew what the fuck he looked like. I would have known what he was going to do if I knew what the fuck he looked like off rip. Right? Now don't start that shit. Now, again, I'm giving him a country-ass accent. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do this shit here, okay? Now don't start that shit. He's a good detective, and he has a great closing rate. Now this to me sounds like either a young cat, like on some Will Smith shit, where he's just fast and mighty, and is just like, "Come on, Cap, you know I work by myself," or he's like, "Come on, Cap, you know I work better by myself." You know what I'm saying? There's two different ways. I don't know who these people are, so I'm forced to guess. Shit's important. I'm gonna keep saying it. Rep a motherfucking tissue. So they had that little interaction there, a little bit of dialogue. Action is, he looks at Lowe, says, "You drive in," and walks out of the office. Okay. I think we are on page 2 now. Yeah. Walks out of the office, and the entire page is blank. That's fine. But that there, it says scene ends. Actually, that is the end of Act 1. That is introducing your characters. That is setting the stage, introducing the city, and introducing character traits. So all of that was done at the end of that scene there. At the end of page 1, that's the end of your first act, right? It's because this is a short script, okay? It's a 24-page script. It's a very short script. So that's the end of your first act, right? So now we got these guys. We have established that, one, Lowe is married, has a newborn, gets breakfast in the morning. His wife makes him breakfast in the morning. We don't know his race. We don't know if he's feminine type. We don't know if it's Rod or we don't know if it's me. I'm sorry I had to do that to you. We don't know what their dynamic is. We know she gives a fuck about him. We know they're a typical run-of-the-mill ass relationship. We don't know what their house looks like. We don't know if it's dirty or clean. We don't know if they're stressed out. We don't know if they got everything going on. These are things that we're going to have to make up. We know that Detective Rex is a dude who likes bitches. Well, actually, we know that Detective Rex likes bitches. We don't know if it's a male or female. We know Detective Rex likes bitches. Okay? Two women grab their belongings, head to the door. Rex picks up the cigarettes, takes a long drag from it, gets and moves to the bedroom, blah, 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 blah. Goes to the captain's office. Only here is one person identified. Nope, they identified both of them. They identified the gender of both of them, but only are we halfway through page 2 do we realize that Lo is a male. Rex is also a male. We don't know how old they are. We don't know anything else particular about them. We're forced to fucking guess. Don't make me guess.
Can you guess who this mystery?
All right. So far, he's single. He's a playboy, smokes, and stubborn. Okay. I'm going to challenge you on that because we're in the first page. So how often do you see, we're going to change the screen. I'm going to challenge you on the single playboy, smokes, and stubborn. So we know that he smokes. I will agree with you there. The stubborn, we don't know that. We don't know if he's traumatized. We don't know if he's stubborn. We don't know if he's had a history of someone coming through and his last partner died. We don't know if his last partner was the bad guy of the situation. We don't know if he's always worked alone by himself and never wanted that to happen. We don't know those things. The single and the playboy, sure, whatever. That's just calling somebody who's a fucking womanizer, right? He's a playboy. But we don't know if he's single. Because how many times have you seen a character randomly have a bunch of bitches and some bitch comes out to work who was out of town randomly? We don't know this because it's not established. It's not written down. Right, they randomly get that phone call. They're hiding the phone call, and then randomly some bitch pops up in the movie, right? Just shout out Tyler Perry. That's all you got to do. Okay, but yeah, so we got that, right? So we're gonna move on to the next page. This is page 4 because page 3 we already went through. That's the end of Act 1. Scene opens. The two are driving. He's established as a womanizer. He smacked both bitches on the ass, told them to get the fuck out. What are you talking about? He has 2 bitches in the bed. He's late to work and he gets up and smokes a cigarette. Do you think he's really courting bitches?
I mean, yeah, he's a Chad, but that doesn't.
He could, okay, he could also be a John. He could be a John. He could be getting bitches and he could be paying for these hoes. That's fair.
That could have possibly been in the contract, like, hey, wake up, give it a little smack, you know what I'm saying? I got to see that ripple, and then.
Yeah. So, all right, moving on. So it says scene opens as the two are driving. What kind of car? Who car? Lo just told him he was driving. Did they get in Lo's car? Or did they get in Rex's car? Are they in a police car? Or are they detectives in an undercover car and just a regular civilian car? We need to know these things. You can't set the scene thoroughly without knowing these things. So they're driving. They're having a rapport. This scene really reads like Training Day. So, all right. So the scene is this. Heard a lot about you. Well, I haven't heard anything about you. I do have an impressive resume. Trying to sell himself to him. Interrupts Lo. Rex hits him with the pull over. We know it's okay. It's not established day or night. Good call. Good catch. But we know it's morning because they were just at the station. But good catch there. That's fair. Says, pull over. Rex gets out the car and walks into the gas station, comes out with a water and a pack of smokes, gets in the car and looks at Lo. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go. We got a body to pick up. Well, I would beat his ass. I would beat his ass. With everything in my soul, I would beat his ass. Okay. So they pull off, headed to the hotel, where apparently they got the call from. Pull up to see a seedy-looking hotel. How are you going to describe the hotel, but you won't describe the fucking people? No. I mean the fucking main characters. And walked into the room to see a body of a male laying in a pool of blood. Rex, what we got? Crime scene tech. Okay, so we randomly see a crime scene tech come in because they didn't describe all of this shit up here. You got to. I know it sucks. I know it's stupid. And I know everybody knows who should be there at a crime scene. But the issue is, when you're submitting this to a financier or to an angel investor, if you will, whenever you're pitching these projects to these people, they're gonna go through these things and look at these things, and they're gonna come back to you with these questions. When you're pitching a project, you should be able to answer every single question without having to look at your script, without having to go back and reread your script. You can go through and look at the page they're talking about and be like, yeah, it's daytime, this, just simply by having it on the screen. Save yourself a shit ton of problems, save yourself a shit ton of time, and a lot of development. Because if I'm directing it and I got to figure it out, you're not going to like the way I figure it out because it's different than you thought. Just tell me. Right? The crime scene tech. Again, we got to... Looks like a young male approximately 30 years old. Damn me. With multiple stab wounds to the chest. Did we find a murder weapon? Who are you? Who are you? So you're going to tell me what happened before you ask me who am I? You just lost your job. Yeah, don't worry about him. What else you got? You know what? We're not gonna kill the dialogue right now. We're not gonna kill the dialogue. I'm reading the script again. I shouldn't be reading the script. What we're going through. So, all right. So let's establish this scene because we're supposed to be establishing scenes. All right. So this scene is at a seedy hotel. I'm assuming it's going to be, it doesn't give me a location, so I'm assuming it's downtown. We have Lo, we have the crime tech, we have the body, and we have Rex. Those are all our people that are there. Yeah, Lo, yeah. Earlier in the script, it said he's a transfer. It's his first day as a big detective. We didn't go through it as in the script, but that's what was earlier in the script at the very beginning. I can show you again, but I'll show you again at the end. Fuck that.
Oh, snap.
Oh, he must be online. So we have dialogue here. We have the scene established, the two laugh scene fades. Why are we laughing? Yeah, but he seems like a good cop. I've seen his jacket. It's very impressive. But you know me, I think he's overzealous and the Russian type.
Who's that?
Somebody random texted me. Or he's calling me. It's my dude. It's one of the coworkers at work.
Oh.
I think he's overzealous and the Russian type. Okay, so he's making jokes. Ro asked Lo. Oh, okay. So, yeah, this is why script is written wrong. So what do you get from the manager? Not much. Rex, focus. Have they driven off yet? It doesn't say they drive up yet. But this is an action. They pull up to a bar. That's an action. Then we get him smoking again. Smokes a cigar this time. And waits by the car. Smokes a cigar this time. Why the switch?
Wait, so he smokes cigarettes and cigars?
Yeah, right. Like, why this switch?
Just smoking food.
That's a character trait we got to break down. What kind of cigar? Well, Rod, okay. So you said maybe it takes place in the car, right? So the two laugh as the scene fades. Rex. So what'd you get from the manager? Rex ass as low gets into the car, right? Never once does it say they drive off, and then it comes here and it says they pull up into a bar. Well, he's a cop. He can get Cuban cigars because he can just confiscate them from the Jamaicans off the street. We don't know if he's a racist fuck. We don't know if it's a black guy. We don't know what it is. Yeah, then moving on. Stop being scared. Lights up cigar. Waits by the car. Okay. Heads toward the door and walks in up to the bar. So now we have a new scene change. Along with the car change into this car scene here, we have the bar scene that is right here. Yeah, what can I get you? This is the bar scene. We need to know what kind of bar. I know it sounds stupid, but like if it's just a bar, is the bar populated? Is there nobody in the bar? Are there guests there? Like, what are we looking at? What can I get you? I'm looking for some information. Do you know a Twinkie? Who's asking? Now, a police officer is going to identify himself as he's asking that question. I'm looking for some information. Do you know it? Or I'm looking for some information. Drops a badge on the bar. Do you know a Twinkie? That who's asking question should never be there. And natural dialogue into reality and what's happening. And since we're making a live action film, we got to go based on reality. This isn't no fantasy film. This is a live action, straight up what it is. Yeah, he does. Man, we don't know if he spends money on hoes yet. That might just be his regulars. Guy at the end of the bar. See, random guy at the end of the bar. Looks up slow and starts to get up and heads towards the door. Guy takes off running out the door. Lowe takes off after him. Rex grabs him and pushes him on the wall. So, we really don't need dialogue in this. We can just put the actions. Like, once a motherfucker gets up and starts running, we know what the cops is going to do.
Right.
Hey! Take off chasing his ass and shit like that. And, hey, you, wait! Why he put question marks? Hold on. I know I know we're supposed to be tripping on the dialogue, but hey, you, wait! No. Right. All right. So, okay. Grabs him in on the wall. So now we move to the exterior. I don't know how they would put that in the script, but now we move into the exterior. That's just for a camera crew to know. Moving to the exterior on the wall. We're going to put graffiti on this wall. I don't know what this wall looks like, but I'm going to put graffiti on this wall. I think it looks great with graffiti. I'm just assuming. Right? Blah, blah, blah. Why
the hell not?
Right. Maybe pull up to the bar. The two men walk in daytime. So not as many patrons unless they are regulars. Again, no, that's cool for assumptions. But again, I don't know what the person was thinking when they wrote this. All I know is what I've received. I can't assume anything. I have to play off what you give me. So the day of shooting, I don't know if it's a daytime shot or a nighttime shot. I have to assume it's a daytime shot from what I knew from the context clues into this shit here. Right? I've done. And I wasn't into act one. I was into scene one. My bad. That was dumb on my part. Dumb on my part. All right. Rex pulls his gun out, points at Twinkie. Director's note. Conversation. The two jump in the car and roll out. This phrasing sounds like some hood shit. It sounds like some hood shit. And I work in a bar. And there are all kind of people at that motherfucking bar that just trust me, man. During the day, just trust me. We have like 5 to 10 regulars who come in here every single day. And some of them sit there for 8 hours. So the two jump in the car and roll out. I would just like for this to be like the two return to the vehicle and leave the scene. And then it moves to the interior of the car, which we are assuming this is the interior of the car. Rex interrupts. Long pause. That needs to be in parentheses. And Rex phone rings. Rex answers the phone. Okay. Yeah. Voice on the other end. Detective Rez. Rez? Oh, Rex. I'm assuming that's supposed to be Rex. Detective Rex, we have identified the victim as Mark Smith, an underground blogger that lives in his mother's basement. At one Meredith Smith, where he blogs from.
They got this whole dress on his room.
Yeah, right. Voice in there, they're not really. It just seems he not really. It just seems he was a homeboy type of person from his social media footprint. There are a lot of pictures in the backyard of his blogs were filled with hate for women, gays, transsexuals, immigrants. So anyone from those communities have motive. We are still going through his data to find something else, and we will let you know. Bruh, what?
That is so random. What?
So this is the crime scene. This is the crime. This is still the same crime scene at the hotel. So the dude that died at the hotel is a blogger who bashes on gays, trans, immigrants, the women. He just bashes everybody who's not a straight. I'm assuming a straight white male. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. We got a lead on the victim. Let's ride. Okay.
We got a lead.
I don't know how that's a lead. Because they just know where he's at. They're going to pull up at his house and go tell his mom he's dead. Okay. So we're on page 7. Yeah. We're assuming the daddy's there. Scene opens. The two are in the car. Detective Lowe phone rings again. Detective Lowe phone rings. It's his wife on the other end of the phone. Blah, blah, blah. The wife conversation. All right. Sorry, guys, for the delay. I know it was a random moment of silence there. I'm going to cut that off on YouTube. Moving on. They're having a conversation with his wife. So here we're going to just, odds are when I record it, I'm going to go flipping back and forth between the two with the conversation. I'm not going to have her as a fucking voiceover. That shit is lame. I like to see her stress. Page 9. The two pull up to the victim's house and knocked on the door. Perfect. Okay. This is damn near perfect. One, we don't know when they pull up. It's damn near perfect. So we need the time of day. But we know they pull up at the victim's house. Boom. Victim's house. We're assuming it's day. They knock on the door. Well, okay. So we're looking at daytime, outside door. That's it. The victim's house. That's it. That's all you need right there. So you have everything you need established right there. Now you get to establish your characters. Rex, Mrs. Smith, and Detective Lowe. So we don't see Dad.
Daddy wasn't there.
So yeah, Daddy wasn't there. So they go inside. So they move to the interior of the house. Boom, right there. Rex stays outside and pulls out a cigarette and begins to walk around the house. Bro, Rex smokes too much.
That boy smoking, boy. Golly.
Shit.
Bro. I can't hang out with this nigga, bro.
He smokes too much, bro. My God. And flipping between cigars and cigarettes, man. My Jesus.
He's like somebody I know who's
She walks him to the door of the basement. So now we move into the basement. Interior basement. Doesn't matter time of day because we're in the basement. It's down here. Thank you, Mr. and Miss Smith. Rex and Lowe in the car. Wait. So all he took was the laptop? So in an investigation of this source, they're going to do all kinds of research. They're not just going to take the laptop. They're not going to just take the laptop. They're going to take any type of writing he has that might lead to where he might have been going, anything like that. They're going to take all of that. So I want them to take. I'm gonna change this scene. I know that for a fact. I'm gonna change the shit out of this scene. I'm going to. We're gonna add evidence bags. That's fine. Scene dinner at Rex's house. Rex's house. Okay. Detective Lowe. Honey? Nigga, you can't spell. What is this?
I was asleep. I was half asleep.
Before Detective Rex gets here, let me apologize before he gets here. Why would you invite a nigga to your house you gotta apologize for?
Because Rex about to blow that back out like it's 2009.
Anyway. So our final scene is going to be the dinner scene. Yep. Sat down at the dinner table, scene as the scene ends. The scene opens the next day. No. So when I shoot this, we're stopping here. This will be where we stop. Right? Because this is 10 page and this is the end of the scene for 10 page. Or for the 10th page. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have this end here at the dinner scene. And the dinner scene is going to fade out and we'll move into obscurity. So yeah. That's how I break down my scripts, man. Quick little 10-page breakdown. I probably should do one more page. So, because the title page, and then we have all this space here. So we'll go to page 11 today. And for the first shooting. So we're going to go through and I said I was going to end the scene here. Instead, we're going to continue. So the scene opens the next day. Okay. As who pulls up on the strip where the prostitute hang and do their business. The two pulled up to the strip where several women are walking around half naked. Rex says, "Let me do the talking." So as we predicted, Rex gets hosed. He said, "Roxy, why are you still out here? Rex pays for hoes."
Rex is a pimp. Or is he?
Oh, well, she does say, "Shit, daddy, I need to feed these kids." Is he a pimp?
Rex is Captain Saber.
So you still telling that lie? See? Oh, no, daddy, no one be doing that out here. Okay. Shows her picture and laughing in the scene. So this is where it's going to end. We're going to end on page 11 right here with the laughing in the scene. So the conversation with Roxy, after they're looking for the bodies and all of that, as they pull up to the strip, this sounds like it's in Vegas.
Judging by the strip.
Yeah. But we're not shooting this shit in Vegas. So, yep. But yeah, that's what I think, bro. What you think of the script so far, bro? I mean, I know we didn't go through the dialogue or anything, but I think you're getting the gist of what's happening with it, right?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a little confused in some parts.
Okay. So I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna do it off the top of my head. Watch this shit, right? So the scene opens with Detective Lowe and Amy, which is his wife, right? Okay. And it opens up with them at breakfast. And they're having breakfast together, and he realized the time has got past him. He's got to go. So he rushes and he gets to the department. At the next cut, after we cut there, it's gonna fade to black, and it's gonna open up with Rex at home in bed with two bitches.
Gotcha.
Hold
on.
No, that's
Or
Low.
am I mistaken?
Low is at home with his wife.
Lowe's at home with his wife.
Right. Rex is the guy who doesn't want a partner.
Okay.
So Rex is at home with two bitches.
The hard ass detective.
Right. He's at home with two bitches, and he smacks him on the ass, tells him to get the fuck out, lights up a cigarette, walks through the door because he gets a call and come into the precinct. Our next scene is Rex showing up to the precinct, walking into the captain's office. He walked into the captain's office. The captain calls in Low, bringing our two worlds together. As he's talking to Low, Detective Rex is all against having a partner. He doesn't want a partner. He's like, no, fuck all of that shit you got going on there. Detective's like, fuck that. You got a partner. You got a murder. You guys got to go. So from there, they move to the gas station where Detective Rex is being a dick and pulls over to the side and makes him go into he runs into the gas station, grabs some cigarettes and some shit to eat, and he rushes them to go to the crime scene. They arrive at the crime scene. They talk to the crime scene tech. They do an analysis of the person, and they bounce. And they go, I forgot where they go. So let's go back. Where they go after that? They jumped in the car and they rolled out. Okay. So they were in the car for a minute. The phone rings. They get a call. Okay, that's what I thought. So they move on and they go to the victim's home. From the victim's house, they go to the basement of the victim's home and they see, they pick up his computer. And they leave. And, the bar. You're right. They did stop at the bar before they went to the victim's house. So they stopped at the bar, had the conversation with the bartender. Dude tried to run. He stopped him. Went to the victim's house. Went to the basement. Took the computer. From the computer, went to the strip where the prostitutes hang out. Had the conversation with the stripper, or with the prostitute. Ended it short. No, I lied. Not ended it short. Then it goes home with Low, with the dinner scene, with him and his wife and Detective Rex at the house. Okay. Victory blunt for your enjoyment. Yep. I mean, you don't want to give. He wants to build chemistry with him, and he's trying really hard to do so, but he doesn't like that motherfucker. So that's from what I can tell. But I don't know. I got to talk to June to make his ass go back through the script. So talking about party people out there, that's how we break down the script. The quick way. We can go through this and we can break down dialogue. We can build up character traits and things like that. But that's not my job as the director. That's not my job. That's the writer's job. So if you're directing a project, know what your job is. If you're writing a project, do your job. Okay? Okay. It's your boy Chris, and I'm going to sign off of here. And, for this anyway, probably just get this to record and come back on later. I don't know. I got to make a decision. I can't decide right now. Okay? All right? But yeah, that's it. Sid, I appreciate you hanging out with me, bro. Rod, I hope I taught you some shit, man. Hopefully you learned some shit. And anybody else who was out here lurking, I hope you guys learned something today with breaking down scripts and understanding how to better write your scripts and prepare yourself for the next film. So that being said, that's the first 10 pages. In the first 10-page episode we're going to be dropping, I'm going to talk to my brother. We should be dropping this shit in the summer, but we'll see. But yeah, appreciate you hanging out with your boy, and I'll catch y'all next time.